Get ready for the premiere of Beverly Hills 90211 podcast. Join us now as we kick off the show with Daisha Breedlove, Kareem Lefero, Sean Francis, Ryan Hollis, Simmons Sue live for an hour and a half. In this podcast, 30 talented actors banding together watch as they create their characters and bring the story to life. The end result being a movie. Don't miss out on the excitement. So yeah.
Here we go. Y'all ready, boys?
Let's do it. We should introduce ourselves.
Sean, how long you been doing this about this acting thing? And is this or how many gigs? Hit
it.
Yes. Well, I want to. Right. Well, my name is Sean Francis, and I've been in this business way too long, further than I can remember. I came from the valley today. Took almost 2 hours, bumper to bumper, over the hillsides, through the canyons. I was late. Again, my apologies. Try not to let it happen again. If I can get up at 4:30 next time, maybe I can make it here in time. Looks like an interesting project that the kind of which I've never been involved with before. So that's.
Before it came, I thought it was a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, I know. It's like I feel like this is interesting. I think with the new technology and everything, we could do something with it.
Something about yourself, Simmons.
My name is Simmons. I'm originally from China. I make TikTok. I like music. I think it could be fun. Never done a podcast, but I'm really excited to.
Ni hao.
Gen Z in the house. Okay. We got the youth.
Yeah. Do I look like a Gen Z? I'm 29 years old.
You know what? You said TikTok. I just made assumptions.
You actually look like you're from Hawaii, maybe.
Yeah.
With the lay on. For
All
right, what's up, y'all? My name's Kareem Lefero. I've been seriously acting for about 6 months now, maybe. I've been doing improv for. Since I'll say 10 years. That's really my background. I'm excited to do this thing. It seems interesting, and just to get out. So I used to do improv in UT Riverside. Used to do there. Did improv in San Francisco. Did improv in DC for a long time. Shout out Dojo Comedy and Washington Improv Theater. Now I'm doing stuff at We Improv over here in LA as well as UCB.
On that note, I'll take over from here, I guess.
Yeah.
That's you. That's all you, Orange.
My name is Ryan Hollis. I'm originally from Baltimore. Shout out to DMV people.
Yes, sir.
What is DMV?
That's some new thing. It didn't exist when I grew up.
At the DMV?
It means Delaware, Maryland, Virginia.
Nah, DC, Maryland, Virginia, man.
I'm so sorry.
I got to represent for DC. I was there for 5 years. I got to represent.
That's right. It means DC, Maryland, Virginia. It didn't exist when I grew up there.
Shout out to Delaware.
Nobody ever said
Delaware's in the area. It's like the ugly sister of the DMV.
Delaware is to DMV what Jersey is to NYC. Tri-state.
There you go.
All right.
Anyway, originally from Baltimore, lived in New York for years, went to school there, moved out to LA in 06. Done a bunch of improv too, Stella Adler, Groundlings, NYU. I want to take classes at UCB. And I'm just looking forward to being here. This is a very unique project. I haven't done anything like this. Been acting performance since I was 8. A lot of theater, musical theater.
What do you hope to achieve?
Yeah, I'm just ready to be open.
What are your dreams, Ryan?
Yeah.
More like everybody else's, right?
Let the dream unfold however it unfolds. This is very non-traditional, so.
Exceptionally non-traditional.
Exceptionally. George is a very exceptional producer, so I'm going to see where this goes.
Okay.
All right, so last but not least, me, this here Skagen. I've been in this business for, I would say, close to 8 to 10 years. I graduated with a drama and acting degree in San Francisco.
Hey, shout out San Francisco.
Yeah, I've been in Northern California for a while. I grew up and everything, breathed everything there in Northern California, but sort of acting, as a Californian, everybody is so obsessed with Southern California and East Bay,
What do you think,
Bay Area. So I'm coming from the valley as well by El Monte, coming from the same side.
I'm from the far west end of the valley.
Oh, far west.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been in movies, extras, lead, sporting. I did all that, and it's going somewhere.
What do you hope to achieve?
Every single one of us here to pursue our dreams. So good luck to every single one of us.
We're working actors. This is work.
This is work. This is what we do, right? Yeah. So that's my little story.
We already have an incredible cast. Power of AI to Geppetto, the owner of Printshop in Beverly Hills, creates a boy named Steve about his ink machine with the help of a sidekick. Steve has the power of chat AI answer ability. Geppetto names the boy Steve and teaches him. Steve learns new things when something happens and the two develop a close father-son bond. Alright, that's a little weird. Okay. In each Interesting, yeah.
Have you never watched Pinocchio, Simmons?
Geppetto comment.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
modern day
Geppetto.
Pinocchio.
Oh, that
It
makes
is like
sense. Okay.
rather than having a wooden
I know
Pinocchio, we got a machinery
There we go.
Pinocchio.
I know,
That's
I know Pinocchio. I don't know Geppetto. Yeah, for some reason.
Geppetto's the puppeteer.
The dad.
Oh, really?
Puppeteer
And
dad.
they've developed this father-son bond.
Okay, I get it now. Okay.
Also, Simmons said, because the paper says ChatGPT, but Simmons says ChatGPT is not paying us. I will not say their name on air. He said Chat AI.
I don't know. Maybe it'll boost our ranking or whatever. Yeah, yeah. I bet. Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
looking for a pen?
No, I was looking for the same page that he's reading from.
Interesting.
Oh.
Each character. Yeah. So.
Thank you.
So anybody wants to read this part? Do you want to go through it?
In each scene, so there's 30 actors that have been picked up for this experience. 6 of us right here, or 5 of us right now, but we're gonna have a special star come in a little bit
Yeah.
to join us. And each of us are gonna have a little scene all taking place inside this beautiful print shop. And each will interact with Geppetto as well as 2 scenes, the other actors. That's at least the idea. The idea right now is to come up with those scenes, start talking about our interactions with Geppetto, our interactions with each other, their ideas, get some character names, and really start brainstorming all that together into one movie or series or something like that. Yeah. So there's a couple of plot examples here. I don't know if
Hopefully, we
go
get
through it.
famous because of it.
And yes, I don't know if we want to jump right into like our different ideas. We came in this morning, saw the space, saw this beautiful recording area, all these mics and everything. I don't know if we also want to talk about. We were asked by our producer, director / puppeteer George to talk about the hospitality and the setup. I don't know if anybody found anything lacking, anything that they loved.
I want lobster for breakfast.
Yeah, we said the lobster, soft shell crab for me, being from Maryland, every morning.
With the Old Bay.
Yes, gotta have the Old Bay.
What is an Old Bay? What is that?
It's
I'm from
seasoning.
China. Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people in
Is
the
it like-
DMV.
is it like a ranch dressing or
They put it
something
on
like that?
everything.
It's not like ranch dressing. It's like a powder
Yeah.
that if you're from Maryland,
Like cocaine?
it is like cocaine if you're
To
from
people
Maryland.
from
Really?
Maryland, yeah.
Honestly, it's like salt and sugar and like I've seen Marylanders put it in their coffee. I'm pretty sure.
No, I do not.
I'm just saying I've seen them put them on everything, like things I would have never thought you put. It's
You put
supposed to-
cocaine in your coffee?
What do you think an espresso is?
I thought it's cream and sugar. I don't know.
No, but
I don't
they-
drink.
Let's
coffee.
say like what he's talking about is legal.
It is
What
definitely
you talking
legal.
about is illegal.
it's supposed to be seafood seasoning.
It's
But
a
they put it on
seafood.
everything. They put it
That's-
on like chicken wings, on everything.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
like more like.
I only put it on seafood though.
Oh, well,
I'm not one of those.
See, you left Maryland for a long time ago.
Yeah. He's dating me. Yes. I do not put it on everything. Just seafood.
Kagan, do you mind read the extended plot? I think that's really interesting.
Alright, so the extended plot is a common plot.
The plot. Yeah.
Alright, is this a common plot? It is
We
like,
done with the hospitality thing? Because I was just
And
talking about the
then-
muffins and donuts, but okay.
Alright, we done with that?
We can keep talking about it, but I feel like we can intertwine it. I think that's I have something to talk about it.
Alright,
Yeah.
it's
just-
cool. Alright, so like the extended plot is just the common plot that every movie or story has. So our robot over here falls in
That
love with
sounds
the human girl.
Every movie.
Almost.
Love it.
Alright, so our robot named Steve falls in love with the human girl who visits the print shop. Their relationship is her old breeding father because one is a human and one is a robot. So what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I
So
can't say
I mean,
blame
I straight up say there's no lifeline left right there. So
How does that happen? How
How
did
did
they
that
fall in
happen?
love? How did they? How did the first day go?
Are we
Like-
introducing the concept of AI into this plot here? Is that where we're going here?
I don't think relationship between an AI and a human gonna last for that long. It's just affection. That's all it is.
Well, you never know.
It
how
could last.
open,
I'm just worried about the
open-minded she might
logistic.
be.
You know.
But obviously, her father is objecting to this relationship, and I can't say I blame him. I think I would.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's sort of
okay.
confusing.
Okay. So the next part is pretty interesting. Could you, Sean? Would you mind read the next paragraph?
Next paragraph?
This paragraph after the extended plot. Yeah, I think that could involve some of us. Yeah.
Yes, a group of thieves break into this print shop to steal a valuable artifact, forcing Geppetto, Giuseppe, Steve to team up with the other actors to protect their home. So, Gypsy Psychic re-enters the print shop and reveals that Steve has a dark secret that could put everyone in danger. Works together to uncover the truth and protect Steve. Geppetto and Steve enter a robotics competition to save the print shop, but their rival teams are willing to cheat to win. Dare them. Steve discovers the human girl is part of the opposing team. She ends up falling in love with Steve and admits to be a cyborg owned by a powerful corporation, threatens to buy out the print shop and destroy it. Well, Steve removes her tracking implant and bands with the group to save the shop, Geppetto's legacy.
Oh my god.
And now we have motivation.
Now we have a conflict.
Yeah, this is really getting to be melodramatic here, I can tell.
Yes.
And a nice Shyamalan twist.
That's a conflict number 2.
Yeah.
Because the father don't want to get along with Steve don't want to be with his daughter, and now this pretty off the company.
I guess the father really just wanted to protect his own. Thought it was like fatherly love, but it was really just him trying to protect corporate interests.
I could see the father's objection to this relationship because, what father would want a son-in-law?
I mean,
Yeah,
always
you could guess
follows
that
with what you want, doesn't, isn't gonna step out of line. And also, your daughter's a cyborg.
Really?
Is that not what it says?
That's what he figures out by the end of the story. Oh shoot, she's a robot.
My daughter's a
Yeah,
cyborg.
she's a cyborg.
Oh my God.
So in this world, anything's possible. You might not have a problem with your kid dating a cyborg or a robot. I just think we should be open to the possibilities of anything.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit old school. I can't see it working.
I mean,
Right.
if his daughter is a robot too, I'll sort of kind of figure it out. It might work. You know.
Daughter's a cyborg, you're done.
Both of you.
How do they procreate and keep? How does that work?
Now you've really opened up another can of worms here.
Dude,
Yeah.
what if robots could procreate? Be
I
awesome.
mean, they can multiply, they can create others, they can create other machines, right?
Okay.
And they wipe out humans.
Now it's
You guys are getting more and more ridiculous. I love it. All right. So I think one of the
we're
things
going
that
off
we
the
could
deep end
figure it
there.
out. I think one of the things that we could figure it out today is probably just to figure it out what role we can play, right, in this story. Like if you have, let's say, the story is about this guy inventing a robot, right? So I would say that's a pretty interesting thing. Someone who invented a robot out of scratch, right? So, how would you react to this? What would you, let's say, from top of my mind, I'll be like, oh, I'm coming to a print shop. I'm doing printing. I see a robot. I was like, what the heck? I'm gonna see what's going on, right? I'm gonna talk to the guy who did this? Can I have it? Maybe I'll try to steal it, or maybe I'll try to do something with it, right? It want to make me rich, right? That's what we care about, right? Yeah, so something like that. So I think, do you guys want to go around and see what kind of role that you guys want to play in this story? Maybe that will help you guys.
Yeah.
Anybody want to start?
For a sentence, I feel like you're on a roll.
Yeah, okay. So for me, when was the last time I went to a print shop?
Today.
Uh-huh.
What you mean? You're in a
Today,
print shop right now.
today. Yeah, but I'm not here for printing, Okay.
I print
So-
everything at the house.
Yeah, so because maybe I come here to mail something, right? Maybe I come here to mail something and I saw a
Passport
robot.
photo.
Yeah, who's the daughter? I want more story on the daughter. I'm more interested in the daughter. Yeah. Okay, so let's say I come here. My name is Simmons. Let's see. Okay,
I was
so
hoping you'd express more interest in the daughter than the robot.
what?
Or she's a cyborg too.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Just kidding.
My wife keeps asking me the same thing.
That's so funny. All right. So also we are given by the producer of this list of potential characters that we can play. I think we have a lot to talk about that.
A lot of choices.
Yes, a lot of things that we can talk about on this. Yeah, so we have a list. Okay, let's go through it. If anybody want to chime in, feel free. So there's a bunch. Okay. Yeah. So example of character traits and quirks that I choose to shape their characters. Someone always wears glasses, doors, so he's high all the time, or she has a someone has a photographic memory but can't remember faces. Doesn't have photographic memory. Someone is obsessed with puzzles and riddles. So the riddler. Okay. Anybody wants to be a riddler? Anybody wants to be a riddler? Nobody? Okay, I'll ask them later. Has a severe germphobic. Okay, so we have a Sheldon. Speaks only in rhymes of song lyrics. We have a rapper. Anybody wants to be a rapper?
I can rap for fun.
Fuck yeah, that's you. For now, just kidding. You can be whatever you want. And also a compulsive liar. Okay. I don't think anybody wants to be that. All right.
That's too close to home.
All right. Perfect. Someone has an imagination, and we have Daisha.
Daisha.
Is here.
Daisha.
Deja like Deja Vu, yeah.
Oh,
Come in.
everyone says her name wrong.
Yes, we
Not
have
to be
a.
confused with Isha.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
I know he says it funny because the way it's spelled.
Come in.
Nice to meet her.
Come sit down. Yes, we have a loyal audience that just joined our podcast. Just
We
kidding.
saved the
Daisha
seat
is supposed to be on the
Oh,
show.
awesome. Thank you.
Perfect.
Welcome.
All right, make sure to raise it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't speak into it.
I know it's tempting to speak into it.
Yeah.
I like how ghosts is.
We just broke the studio. All right. All right. So
Welcome.
let me give you some
I'm
notes.
gonna put your headphones on. We went around and kind of introduced ourselves very quickly. A little bit about like who we were, how long we've been acting, what brought us to this project. So once you're comfortable, we'll get back to you, and you can tell us a little bit about
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, let me move.
Move that carpet into this carpet issue.
Yeah. There we go.
We are still live. We love cars. Keep driving.
Was that an ad break?
No, just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he's broadcasting on. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay. So Daisha, do you wanna
Like deja vu.
deja vu? Deja.
Yes.
Okay.
It's because the way it's spelled.
That like 5 times.
No!
Pull it back a little bit. Pull it back a little bit because you don't have a pop filter. It's gonna pop. No, yeah. Just try. Say again. Say again. Don't say it. Don't say into it. Just like that. Say something.
Hi.
Test. Yeah. Perfect.
Test.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Cool. So we were going through our character traits and stuff, trying to figure out our script. So if you want to introduce yourself a little bit, and then we can continue a little bit. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, nice to meet everybody. My name is Deja Breedlove. I am originally Indiana, so I'm from the Midwest. I've been in California for about 7 years now. I grew up with a musical theater background, so I grew up in like performing arts where we would like sing and dance and kind of compete against like different schools and teams and stuff like that. So always had a like love for like performing. Recently, when I originally moved out here, I actually moved out here because I do.
Do you want to put that out? Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot of
Now you have to start all over again.
start over.
No.
Oh my gosh! I'm doing this right now.
Does she have to start all over?
So yeah, I originally moved out here just for my passion for entertainment and also school, because I went to school for broadcasting. So just speaking in general is another thing that I love to do. And I fell into acting because I had an audition and just ended up loving it and decided that I wanted to not only did I love performing and like singing and dancing, but I actually also liked just the film part and like television part of like the whole acting. And it's something that I just wanted to say the past 4 years kind of.
What do you hope to achieve here?
So what I hope to achieve is definitely just improve my skills as an actress. I enjoy networking with different people from like different backgrounds. So like I'm interested in hearing like your story and your journey to acting, and also just never stop becoming. So like when you love what you do, and never really. So I just love what I do, and just here to like get better.
Absolutely. So we just went over the main plot a little bit, Geppetto and his modern day Pinocchio, and we just like looked over the screen and we're just getting into what characters we think we might play.
Awesome. So
So like overall story that is, have you read that already?
Yeah.
So like if you read, let me just tell you in a nutshell what it is. You could read that.
Okay.
So what it is like, we have a coffee shop. Talking about Printshop right here. This guy makes a robot, and
It's obviously a 3D printing machine.
yeah,
A 3D robot.
a 3D robot.
A 3D robot, not 2D.
So it's like you saw the movie Pinocchio, right?
yeah.
So he sort of makes
Not everybody.
We had to roast Simmons a little bit because he didn't get the reference.
So it's so like this guy, this print shop owner makes a robot out of machine rather than wooden. So it's like, and what happens is like he falls in love with his daughter, which is also a cyborg.
I don't think it's his daughter. That'd be a little incestual. It's
Yeah.
someone else's daughter.
Someone else's daughter.
I was like, wait, he followed his own daughter?
Yeah. So like that's how much further we got so far.
That will be a love story.
And then we are just talking about the characters, and the character breakdown is over here.
Yeah, so we were talking about like how how we want to interact with this person. So we have the story of this place, and then this happened, right? This print shop owner invented a robot. So how would you react to it? How would you relate to this story? How does your character? What is your character that plays into this story, right? How are you gonna be part of it, right? Mm-hmm. Right? How can we get famous with this movie, right? That's the ultimate goal.
Got it. And then how do you where is like the character?
Let me see. Example. So this is it. Yeah, this is it. Front to back. Yeah. So I was just reading some of it, and then let me see.
So I think that's for inspiration, but I mean, I don't think we're tied to it either. If you got something in mind that you want to bring to the table, feel free.
Cool.
But
nanosurgeon. I could totally be a nanosurgeon. I look like a nanosurgeon.
I'm sorry.
What's in the back of yours?
The back.
Yeah, mine's different.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones.
They're all different.
They don't have to be the same. We're all spitballing ideas here. I don't have anything in my hands. So.
If I gotta keep it in my hands.
Now the question is, what character is Eric gonna play?
Geppetto. He's the print shop owner. He's the one who invented. He's invented.
If we can get him.
Okay, I got you.
He's the one who invented the robot.
All right. No wonder
I feel like you can play that. You have to kind of have the same color hair.
Yeah, he's got kind of a sinister look there.
Yeah. Sean is a flirt. Yeah. All right. Anybody? Is there any character trait that anybody here wants to play? Because I feel like.
Does this lay out right?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go through some of them and see if someone has an imaginary friend. Yeah, I can do that.
I'll just say I was interested in the exoplanetary real estate agent only because I have my real estate license. And real estate is what I do outside of this.
Oh, nice.
So
and you're already trying to
It's
sell
only a
Mars.
natural role for
that
you.
one caught my attention.
In this economy, I think that's
makes
possible.
sense.
I'm open to any of them though.
Who wants a house on Mars?
Where are you finding these?
That's my question. It's like,
character
are you
traits
actually selling these?
This one
Homes
too.
to
It's a different
cyborgs or
one.
something that said on one sheet.
Now my question is like, do you actually have to land off Earth, or are
Yes.
you just a scam artist being like, no, I'll sell you a part of the moon, yeah, for sure.
Well,
Sure, a lot of
if
agents
you
are both
you can sell
scam
Mars
artists
if
and-
you own Mars.
But who owns Mars? That's what I'm saying. And
Nobody.
Some people own land on Mars in this world. This is
recognized by
not
whose
America.
authority?
This is not a regular world.
Actually, I own Mars. I'm gonna sell you one house on Mars that's about to build in 10 years. Give me $100,000.
There you go. We can talk. We can negotiate. We can talk numbers.
I think you just stole your job.
Give and take.
Now,
Negotiation.
someplace in
This
here,
is-
the swampland sellers got to come in here.
Every land.
I got
every
land in
land
Florida,
counts.
swampland in Florida for sale. Right.
The swampland counts for something.
These are just kept.
Listen,
Build a house on it.
if you're buying homes in Mars, I got a beach house property in Ohio to sell you.
Yes.
That's
Or
attractive.
a mansion in Malibu. Right?
I mean that exists. Honestly, I'm gonna go away from the page for a second. I want to come in as a skeptic, be like,
Okay, I like that idea.
It's like, what does the robot look like, right? Because I think George was saying it was gonna be played by one of the actors.
Well, it looks like the camera.
Real, looks like the camera.
It looks like the camera.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna
Is
believe
it?
that's a cyborg.
Is that what George said?
George,
I don't know.
chime in. How humanoid is this robot?
Chime in. He
He
refuses.
can't say nothing.
He wants us to.
Okay, so
George has tape over his mouth.
Yeah.
it looks like the robot looks like two camera put together with his eyes and then the print shot for body, and it's the most advanced AI in the
says
entire
Just
world.
imagine
The
this
entire
with-
print shot is the body.
Imagine that with two cameras on top.
Okay. Odysseus just tapped a metal garbage can. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we got a metal garbage can with two cameras on top.
That's it.
Kind of Wally
You,
looking.
you don't know. You don't judge it. Don't judge a book by its cover.
It might pop out arms underneath in a minute.
Wait, so are we building the robot right now?
Honestly, I think that'd be
Mentally.
a good place to start.
Mentally.
It's in our minds.
I
That's
think
it.
that thing's a good place to start because that's what this whole place revolves around. This whole story revolves around, right? So let's get serious about this robot, like what it looks like. If you're coming in and like starting to interact with it, it's like what does that robot look like?
I will ask the robot, "Will you make me rich?"
No.
If he say yes, I'm down.
You're building a robot, not a genie. So, yeah, robot gonna do what robot gonna do. So.
All right.
I like the
I like the stick skeptic idea. I'll be like you. I will be like. I think I like your idea of a stick skeptic. It'd be like, is this a real robot? Right? Does it work? Right?
Maybe I'm coming in as an actor, printing my sides as I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, Geppetto's trying to sell me on this robot that is his son, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, damn, this print shop owner is crazy.
Yeah. I love
Like,
that.
I'm just trying to get my sheets and go. Can I please get what I ordered?
Yeah.
If you print my sheets for free, I'll believe you. Yeah.
I do not care about your robot or its love story.
That's good. I think you already have your story. I think write that down. I think you should write that down. That's one option. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just thinking that's a whole character arc you could start with, because you start out as a skeptic, eventually you develop a relationship with the robot and Geppetto, because the thing that George said is he wants all of us together to uncover the truth. Text Steve, Geppetto, and the shop.
Is that the role you want to play?
What
role do you want to play?
Let's get into it.
I already said that the agent, but the zombie hunter was dope too. I can't remember all of them. It was so many, I can't remember all of them.
Okay, so you want to be an agent who's also a zombie hunter.
Real estate agents usually wear multiple hats.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. There was a paranormal specialist on there. I mean, it's so many dope stuff to choose from.
Okay.
My only point was we got to remember to protect the shop. Eventually, we protect the shop, we protect Geppetto, we protect Steve.
From what?
From the thieves that stole the artifact that threatens the whole existence of the shop.
And
we gotta keep with the
opposing-
plot line. We don't have to stick to the plot, but some points we gotta.
Maybe we got zombies coming in his shop and he have to shoot them down, and we got a real estate agent.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Except we don't have the budget for that, so who's gonna be the zombie attack?
It's alright.
Wait.
Who's gonna do the FX?
George doesn't have money for actors. He got money for the production, though. He said
We
he
just
got
get a
money.
couple of homeless guys from outside.
Why not?
Yeah.
Honestly,
They just give them a couple of dollars. There you go. You don't even need to pick up on them, bro.
We can give them some of these nuts. They'll probably be hungry.
There we go.
There's so many possibilities. So many enemies we could create.
let's say zombies are easier than robots, like production-wise.
That's true.
You just start limping a little bit, and you're basically a zombie, you know.
Well, let's just make sure that these zombies are nothing like the zombies in Walking Dead, because they could kill you if you let them close enough to you.
Yeah.
Isn't that how all zombies
That's
work?
what I was gonna say. Are they friendly zombies? We're the friendly zombies.
No, he's actually going towards zombies, like, you know, like,
Last of Us.
yeah, you know, like there are some zombies that you
just
fight
stand
and
there
it
and
just
be-
like
Okay.
continues the effect
The
of the
virus.
the virus.
Yes.
And there are some zombies you just like just chop them off. You don't even really
So let me summarize a little bit. We have enemies from corporate, evil, thief to zombies, right? Because that sounds cooler.
I like it.
I love it. Actually. It's like cooler than evil corporate thief. Yeah, the zombies who's the evil corporal thief who hired the zombie to steal shit from the print shop. How do you sound?
I'm sorry.
I like
that
it.
again. I didn't quite understand that.
Yeah, would you mind repeating
You're
that?
repeating that? What
It sounds like a
So
big mouthful.
we have evil corporate bad guys, thief, who trying to steal the intellectual property of the print shop, the robot, and they hire zombies to attack us. And then we have the zombie hunter and
The real estate
agent for Mars to fight that. Yeah.
I instantly have a lot of
Yes,
questions about
we're
the
testing
zombie.
out. We're testing our field with the boomers right now.
Okay. Forgive me if it just sounds a little bit far-fetched.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
What do you, okay.
I got.
I don't think it sounds far-fetched enough. I think let's take it. What he just said. We're in Los Angeles. The zombies are also gangbangers. So they're all like cartel, gangbanger, Crips, Bloods, MS-13s. Like, let's just make it Los Angeles space. Let people
From
know where
Mars.
we're at.
Well,
Okay.
Not every zombie.
this
can
is
be a
really
gangbanger.
turning into an action type horror thriller. Whatever. Oh gosh, it's.
That makes sense, right?
It all
Well,
makes
No questions. No questions. No notes.
All right.
It's
All
all
right,
logical.
I love it. Kagan, what's your role? How do you react to this?
Well, I don't know, like the couple of roles that I saw on here was pretty interesting. One of them was what was it? Was it a gamer or something?
Professional
gamer.
gamer.
Person who is play video games as a professional level. I mean, like, I don't consider myself as a professional gamer, but I gain enough via professional, if you understand what I mean. You know?
So you play Fortnite at midnight.
I wouldn't say midnight. I would say Fortnite a little bit, you know, but more like a Battlefield and a Call of Duty type of a person.
Yes,
Call of Duty,
totally
yes.
different. Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, totally different. I mean, like having a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, or Facebook, whatever, considered as a professional gamer.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, 100%.
that's good. I mean,
Okay, so how did you react to what potentially could happen with this your angle?
What's my angle?
Like, how do you react to it after you see the robot? Yeah.
Gamer Steve encounters the Printshop.
well, I just take Steve as another AI on Call of Duty and shoot him down.
Fucking bots.
Fucking bots, you know,
Okay.
or just like a zombies.
Okay, so are we talking about like
Dead Space.
YouTube? Yeah, I love Death Space. So how did you end up at the print shop?
Can I pitch something? Playing a game, playing against Steve, you get mad at him, you get so mad at him, you're like, I'm gonna find you. Where are you? I'm at this print shop, pull up. Alright, I pull up, wait, he's a robot.
Yeah, you didn't know he was a robot at first.
That's fucking genius.
And then I just like walk out of the robot with a controller in my hand and a rear gun in my hand. By the way, I'll just shoot him down at the same time.
Oh no, the end.
right, movie over.
Or just talk to him and put up, or you know, like talk to him and have him on the same team with me and just
Put an end to your misery.
yeah.
I don't know, it kind of sounds like you're joining Team Corporate Robot, Alien Gangbanger,
All right, write it down, guys. All right, I love that idea for it. All right, anything else you want to add, Keggy?
Well, it's better than being a real estate and a zombie hunter.
That's in your perspective.
What are you talking about? I love zombies.
He deals with land that's not just in.
He walks into. I was thinking in my head, you know, like he walks into a real estate place and then there's like a couple of people just walking outside in the property. The hell is this?
Zombies like, fuck, I'm done.
Real estate value just went down.
I don't mean to backtrack, but I can't get off something you said, which is that the corporation hired zombies, and I just want to know what the zombie labor market looks like. Like what are their rates? Is it like a Fiverr thing?
It's called Walking Dead.
They invented a P virus, a photo virus that turned people into zombies. They turned the homeless people outside into zombies, and the MS-13 into zombies, so that they will do shit for them for free. Okay, they've spent billions of dollars so they could work for them for free.
So it's not a hiring process.
It's a slavery process.
No, it's
Slavery. Got it. Even better.
Oh god.
yeah. Everything starts coming together. I love
Slavery.
It is coming together.
Slave all the cyberbots in here.
But I feel like I still wouldn't get the interview.
Yes, you can sign up to be their zombie, but you cannot sign up to be their employee. Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah, but that's not what they're interested in. All right, so Sean, how did you end up in this story?
I don't know. I guess I had a dream or something. I ended up here somehow. Anyway,
You mean your character, Sean?
Stay in the character.
I was thinking about maybe a mastermind criminal.
Ooh.
Mastermind.
Oh, he's got the laugh already.
That is so funny.
Yeah. A mastermind criminal with humor, of course. Just, add a little bit panache to the title.
So are you CEO of Zombie Corp?
CEO of a zombie corp.
You just needed to use the printer? Is that it?
No, I'm just thinking that he's a brilliant criminal mastermind who creates elaborate heists and schemes. So maybe he's somebody that kind of stumbled across this place, and he sees all this stuff going on. He's trying to devise a way that he can make a lot of money out of this.
90211 Studios Day. Russ, the podcast host, is promoting Sharby to the audience. He explains the tokenomics and potential growth of the Beverly Hills 90211 Studios, also mentioning the producer's ownership of 300 million Sharby tokens. Go get some Sharby tokens. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Sharby, a groundbreaking cryptocurrency with a unique approach to tokenomics. What sets Sharby apart is that it provides USDC rewards on every trading transaction, making it an ideal investment for those seeking a passive income source. Now, our producer is a firm believer in Sharby's potential and owns a whopping 300 million Sharby token. It sounds like a lot of Sharby tokens. Imagine the possibilities when Sharby's value rises. The growth and expansion of our Beverly Hills 90210 studios would be unstoppable. As Sharby continues to evolve with multi-chain compatibility and engaged growing community, its potential for success is truly limitless. By investing in Sharby, you're not only diversifying your portfolio, but also supporting our beloved Beverly Hills 90210 studios, which includes AI Affected, the show that we've been hosting in 90210 studios. So, if you're excited about Sharby and its unique tokenomics, consider joining our producer and countless others in the Sharby community. Let's build a future together. And a quick AI Affected disclaimer. Please note that investing in cryptocurrencies, including Sharby, carries risks. The opinions expressed here are those of the podcast host and do not constitute financial advice, nor am I a licensed financial advisor. Also, do your research and consult a financial professional before making an investment.
Right? Maybe he's got some ideas about ripping off a cyborg, turning it into something as a means of
Production?
creating a heist using a cyborg so that...
Okay, so the first heist is just a setup for future heists, because you're stealing the cyborg to get the cyborg to steal for you.
Or you get him to steal from me.
But you need the cyborg first, right? You need Steve, basically.
Yeah.
Can I throw a pitch out?
Sure.
Somehow, you're either watching professional gamer stream, or maybe your son is, or someone is, and that's how the secret Steve comes out, is when this professional gamer comes back on Twitch and is like, yo, you will not believe what I found at this print shop. I found a real life AI, like a real robot, a real cyborg, the next advancement in technology. Something that'd be very valuable to a lot of people, right?
Sure.
Somehow it gets out through the Twitch chat, or however, and that's how you hear of this. Send out a couple feeler agents, maybe that's a couple other characters, scope out the place, and then you're like, yep, this is it. Now we gotta go with the heist. And of course, the rational thing, now that you have a target, is to of course hire a bunch of zombie alien gangbanger, whatever it was.
So Sean is the bad guy of the movie. What do you think? What do you think?
It can go in a bunch of different directions.
What do you want
Agreed.
to play? What do you want to play? Like what you do have to. Yeah.
I think the Mastermind Criminal is an interesting sounding character.
Yeah. Okay.
And it adds a little bit of a interesting twist to the situation. That could be a really interesting kind of, like I said, an interesting twist to the storyline.
Okay. Yes, we have our bad guy of the movie. That's perfect. I love that we settled this on the first episode.
And like you said, he has to laugh, so.
You have because you know how every movie has like an old white guy with the white hair. It's like it's always an old white guy who's the bad guy for some reason. I don't yeah.
Especially with the laugh at the mastermind.
Yes, I don't think anybody will fight you for that role. Yeah.
We have our Moriarty.
Yeah. All right, Daisha, what is your
Deja.
Deja.
Sorry.
If you say deja vu, you'll get it.
Memoirs of a Deisha.
Deja. Exactly.
There you go.
Yes. Not to be
Okay.
confused with a geisha.
It's like that, but with a D. Okay, so I think I would come on as the robot therapist. So as somebody who could kind of help them when they're having like emotional ups and downs, somebody they can kind of open up to, like it says, like the psychological issues, can kind of
I'm pretty
read
sure a robot got a lot of psychological issues.
Yeah. So somebody who kind of helps them work through the emotional distress, because that is something that I do specialize in. Like I would say, like I'm a humanitarian, and another podcast that I do, the focus is on like helping inspirational things that can help make your life a better one. So like mental health and things that just kind of just brighten you up when you're like type of way, and kind of helping you work through that. So just helping them that, listening to the trouble that they're having being a robot, and that us being humans probably won't understand. So I help them as far as that goes, and then just having them kind of work through trying to be a real person but still being a robot at the same time. So helping them kind of stay calm and dealing with life's ups and downs.
Cyborg therapist?
Yeah, robot
I'm
therapist.
a real
cyber
human.
therapist.
I'm a real human.
Exactly. Like tell me
So
all
you
your
have seen
problems.
Pinocchio.
Rejected. No, I remember the Robert Williams movie about the guy about the robot, the housemaid guy robot trying to turn into I'm a real human. I remember that. Yeah.
I thought you're doing like a I'm a real boy riff from Pinocchio. I thought
That's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything you just said is so interesting. Yeah, it just like it's a real. At some point, I was like, it's a real conversation. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll take on that part.
Okay. So I guess I have to pick something. Is there anything you want to add, Daisha?
Um.
Okay, so obviously the robot went to therapist. So the robot could go to therapist. Be like, the robot, I'm in love with this girl. How do I end up with her?
I don't think that's how therapy works.
The what?
Well, no, I was
It's
just
not a
like
dating advice.
yeah, that the robot would just kind of come to me and tell me all the things he's experiencing by having these human emotions but still living in a robot body. So like as far as like, you know, the whole love thing goes, as far as all the work that everybody else expects of him being a robot, and just kind of talking to me, telling me how he's feeling all these real things, but it's hard to get out because people just still look at him as a robot, you know. So I'm kind of helping him work through that. And what's it like living in that body? Yeah. So what's it like living in that body? Tell me it all. Because robots have feelings too, you know.
Trash guys.
This one does.
Man, we have to kill that robot.
Okay, so I think we know what team
Okay,
I
sure,
think
robots
that
have
is the
feelings.
point
Sure,
where you do
okay.
start killing a robot when it starts having feelings.
I'm like, nobody takes him serious.
All right. This is like what do I want to play?
You had all that time. You went, come on, man. You started and then you went last.
I feel like at some point, you know, because at some point I feel like I'm the robot, or at some point I feel like, how do I?
We have our zombie characters just walked in. Whether
Right.
they realize it or not.
Yeah, paranormal investigator. There we go, professional man. How do I look like? Who do I look like to you guys? I feel I like the feedback from the world.
The alien.
She said you look like an
Alien
alien.
linguist.
No, alien linguist.
Yoko Lennon?
I do speak a foreign language.
I mean,
Right, so-
Or
John Lennon, Yoko and John Lennon's son. Sean Lennon.
I don't even know Yoko and John Lennon. I know John Lennon. I know Yoko.
Their son.
Okay. How do I end up in this story? How old is John and Yoko's son now?
Julian.
Yeah.
Julian Lennon.
Study interprets. Okay.
yeah, I think that may be a good idea for you
Yeah,
because
linguistic,
you come
yeah.
from a different country. You know, you speak different languages.
Person who studies interests in the language of extraterrestrial life forms. Okay, so I can talk with the robot, but the robot can talk with everybody already. Okay.
But maybe,
Yeah. So you can translate it.
or
Yeah.
maybe I speak a second language too, and like you have your mother tongue, and you can like always express yourself better in that tongue. Like maybe, you know, English is the robot's second language. Like when it really wants to like express itself, you know, there's certain concepts it can't get across, there's certain ideas it can't get across.
Okay, so I'm the robot's psychic.
When he's mad, you know.
That's when he's mad, he switches over to his mother tongue. It's a
All right. I could be a psychic. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm a robot with a Batman and Robin. So B and R. So it's R and B, right? So
I'm sorry, what?
So-
when did we get to Gotham?
Batman and robot. So I'm trying to rhyme. Yeah.
Those don't rhyme. What?
I know, but it's I don't know. It's
No, walk me through the process.
it's my internal process. It's my creative process.
I'm here for it.
Okay, so
We're not here for your internal process.
Go to your robot therapist.
I'm going home. I need a therapist. It's robot and it's Steve Johnson. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that could be Johnson. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to find your name. I got you.
Okay, so I'm Johnson, all right?
I thought we were like free associating or something.
Steven Johnson or robot and what starts with robot and EO or whatever. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll go with Johnson for now. Okay, I'm a Johnson who is a alien linguistic and I'm his psychic. Okay, and
To be clear, you're Johnson because you're John Lennon's son. Is that are we keeping that? Is that where you got
I don't
Johnson
know.
from?
Is John Lennon's son named Johnson?
I don't know.
That's where the name Johnson comes from, though. It's from John's son.
I don't know. I think yes. Because I got it from Steve
Nice.
Johnson because I don't know why. Steve Johnson just goes well with Steve. I don't know.
I like it.
There's
I like
definitely
it. I like
someone,
it.
yeah. So how did I become his psychic? I'd be like, oh, you can do so much great things. Oh, okay, so I could be the one who governs the potentiality and be like, hey, this could bring peace to the world or something like that. I don't know.
So like when he's first flipped on, you're like, I sense a disturbance in the force.
What?
And there's like, or I sense a disturbance in the robot verse. And then you said you're a robot psychic. Is that what?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a human, but I'm the psychic of the robot.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe you found the robot, right? I mean, I feel like if you're a psychic, then you know where the robot is. The robot doesn't have to find you. You find the robot.
Yeah, so I find the robot at the print shop. Be like, oh, I want it. Oh, I don't know. The angle would be like, okay, the robot is in jeopardy, I guess. The robot is in jeopardy, and I lend my hand to help or something like that, right? I feel like play of kindness.
But I'm thinking if you're a psychic, you already know what's gonna happen to him, though, right?
To the robot?
Yeah, and to Geppetto probably too, right?
What do you mean? How would I know?
Oh no, because he's not a robot. You know what's gonna happen with the robot and the cyborg girl. You already know.
Robot. I don't know. I'm in the story just as much as you are. I don't know what's gonna happen.
That means you're not a good robot psychic then, huh?
Maybe he's a robot medium because he speaks to the robot, not necessarily like predicts the future of the robot, but like.
Maybe I can make the robot more effective.
He's like Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
He's
No.
Miss Cleo.
Oh, you know what? I know what I could be. I could be like the psychic that turns the robot, kind of like the Gotham reference. What's Batman's housekeeper?
Albert.
Albert. I could be Albert. I could be like, hey, I'm gonna turn it into a Iron Man. I'm gonna turn that into an Iron Man or something like that.
Okay, so you're gonna upgrade the robot.
Yes, I'm a robot upgrader. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I love to do.
Like
Yes.
a tinkerer or something like that. Like a tinkerer that finds the robot. It's like,
Yes.
I can make this even better.
Right. It should really be someone Sean played, but I'm gonna play that in this one. Yeah, robot upgrader. I love that. Yeah,
And
so,
you could be on either side. You could be good and trying to help the robot, or be maybe an agent of Sean. And
Yeah, so I have to invent a twin. I have a twin brother who's on the evil side. Who upgrades zombies for Sean's zombie. Yeah. Okay, I have an evil twin. Okay, I love that. I already love that. All right, perfect. Yeah, I think we all figured it out. This is perfect. So okay. My name is Johnson. I'm a psychic of the robot Steve. I'm a robot upgrader, and at some point in the movie, the Steve got broke down, turned into trash, and then I went in there and then 3D printed Steve and keep his AI consciousness and turn it into Iron Man and destroy Steve's zombie army.
Wait,
Nobody's excited. Okay.
Oh my god, okay. I like that idea. That's pretty dope.
wait. So you can upgrade Steve into like a weapon.
Yeah.
see, this is what's wrong with humanity. We get one robot and already we're making it a weapon.
We could. I'm gonna upgrade Steve into like like a global warming improvement robot that kills all the bad guys around the globe.
We're still killing it.
Except for the criminal mastermind.
Yes, you'll be the last one we take out, right? You'll be the last mole in the entire post dystopian world where we have to fight the last enemy, right? After we fix the global warming with the upgrade, and then we're gonna take out Sean's zombie army, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that increases the value of Steve. And I decide that because now we have more people that want to kill Steve and Geppetto. So my plan is to get property on another solar system to hide Steve temporarily until we can fully neutralize the threat, and then bring Steve back to the print shop.
Okay, I like that.
I don't friggin' know.
So Steve come back to the print shop after he takes over the world. Say, I'm just a print shop robot. I'm just a printer.
So it's basically like each person will have an episode where they come in and interact with the robot, and then that's where their character kind of.
Yeah, and Geppetto.
shows.
Yep.
Huh. Okay, and Geppetto is.
We would love it for
Eric
it to be
Roberts.
Eric Roberts.
Hopefully.
We're all big fans.
Yeah, like the main character.
Yeah.
Or Sean.
Or
Yeah.
Well, Sean could be the what you call it? What was it? Mastermind criminal.
that's right.
Yeah.
And Robert.
Well, Eric Roberts is the print
Yeah,
shop.
print shop
Geppetto.
owner.
Yeah.
So we have two of them side by side with him.
Yeah, where there's angel, where there's devil. Yeah. So you guys are the nemesis. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. All right. So
Well, hopefully Eric is all right with that.
Yeah.
Because I suppose that he's going to be. Is he going to be?
So the thing is, like, he could be the bad guy, he could be the good guy. You could be because I feel like you guys, the traits of both the character are kind of similar.
The thing is, we all need to interact with Geppetto.
So like, let me ask you this: like, all this, like, you see, like, we have this like character breakdown and everything. So I'm thinking like, this robot guy, our friend, have these many issues that he goes to these many people to get his life solved. So I mean, like, we have all this character breakdown. So I think like we might be, or we could be, take on more than one character rather than just picking one, because as having a group of people with a number of cast or group of people that we have here is, so maybe like you guys think that we should take on another character or like one more on the side just for the heck of it?
I mean, you remember, it's not just the 6 of us here, but the 30 of us, right?
Yeah.
And then the total project. So I don't know if we're going to play another character, but I think what would be good would be to have another character like in the back pocket, just in case,
the back pocket, just in
we
case.
want to switch them out or the
Okay,
story
like,
changes.
let's say, so like what I'm trying to get at is like, I see like everybody has a wonderful character. I really like his Rehearsing. Yeah. So what other second character that you guys think that
Well,
you
we
guys
can
might
be interested in?
I
Let's
know
have
I'm-
one in the, like a wild card in the back, you know?
I like the professional fortune cookie writer. Nice and simple. I don't have to come up with anything
Professional.
creative. I don't have to do what you do.
I can already imagine him just putting in like writing it out and just shoving it in the fortune cookies. It's like, this
Right,
is what's gonna
like,
happen.
Who wouldn't want
Like
to be a writer?
Geppetto, I figured it out. This is the solution.
This is what's gonna happen today.
Writing that down.
I love it.
You guys want to go in circles?
Is it
Like,
really
you
on
guys
there?
wanna do it?
Professional cookie writer?
Yeah.
Where?
It's on like fortune cookie writer.
It's on the
Oh,
very
person,
last one right
yeah,
here.
person who writes fortunes that are printed in fortune cookies.
Well, if there's going to be 30 people,
Yeah.
isn't there enough already?
Yeah, it should be enough.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, as a wild card, you know, like,
If we can play something else.
there would be a second choice, what would it be?
Sean said, I'm playing the big bad guy and you can't take it away from me. There is no option B for me.
Well, I just don't see the purpose of assuming a different character, because if there's 30 that are going to go around, there's barely 30 different characters as it is.
Well, I mean, I picked one that wasn't on the sheet, for example.
Oh, did you?
And then
Okay.
I think what we're saying is that we're all going to try to form one story eventually, right? So maybe in the story that we make, there isn't room for a professional gamer for whatever reason.
Yeah,
right?
just
Or
in
there
case
isn't
that we
room
cut it
for
out, for some
the
reason.
thing.
I see.
So it's just up a plan B.
Just like a family. That's like, just throw it in the part. You have a wild card, you know, like, what else would it be?
All right. So if I'm not the skeptic, then I'm a believer, specifically believer in Christ, and I want to convert this robot because that's the newfound land. Humans are old news. We gotta convert the robots. I
Robot
want to come
missionary.
and preach
Yeah.
to the robot. That's me. My whole goal is I don't care about good and evil. I just want them to accept it.
Accept the Lord, accept humanity.
All right.
Yes.
Are you non-denominational or are you like Catholic?
We're gonna come up with a whole new branch just for this robot.
What if you were like a perverted priest?
Oh my God.
Now we're gonna come up with a whole different
Perverted.
We're gonna
Robot preach.
We're gonna come up with a whole different
How young
religion
is
for
Steve? I guess.
Right,
I
love
love Come into my truck. I have
Steve?
robot candy.
Steve, I need you to come into my confessional. I don't know.
That
Forget
could
I
play.
said that.
I love that.
I'm just having fun with it. It is a comedy. But yeah, people get offended by everything now. You gotta-
That's true, yeah.
What's your backup?
He just said it.
Fortune
Oh,
cookie
fortune
writer.
cookie. I'm sorry.
He said fortune cookie, right?
Yeah, Kagan, what's your
So you guys want to go around this way, or you guys want?
Let's go this way.
All right.
He said, "Give me time."
I already have an idea. Yeah.
Pressure me.
No, hit us, Simmons. Hit us.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
just throw it. You know, you don't have to go in
yeah,
circles. You know?
I like
Go
to
ahead.
play the guy who like he's the same thing. Is like he would be like get on the camera 3 times of the movie and be like, "I told you so." Yeah.
That's one line.
Has no and it has absolutely no context. Just be, I told you so at a random place, like at the beginning, at the middle, and at the end.
Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah. So I told you so. You know. Yeah. And no context. Okay.
I'm sure the audience will
We'll
love
love
that.
it. They'll love it.
I
Yeah.
like the idea. You know what I'm thinking? I'm really digging his idea. I'm going for a haunted house realtor as well.
No, you
Now we know why he wanted a plan B.
Exactly.
All right. Maybe.
He said haunted house and realtor. That's a little different.
That's a
little
great
different.
idea. Yeah.
overlap.
No, you guys.
I was going to include the haunted house with the solar.
Yeah, but you guys
system.
could be colleagues. You guys could riff off each other. You could be
Okay,
like,
yeah,
hey,
we
I'm
could be
selling.
there. We could be
Yeah,
colleagues.
I just got this great gig. It's selling house on Mars. No, I just got this another great gig. It's a haunted house. Right? We're gonna be so rich.
Right, like where do you think we could hide the robot? Like what properties you got? Yeah.
I mean, a haunted house would be a good place to like hide someone you don't want to be found. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because I know I wouldn't go in there.
Well, I was thinking maybe
Maybe.
a robot exorcist.
Ooh. That's a good one.
I come into Corbin exorcist on the cyborg who's becoming evil, and then of course after he exorcises the
Believer.
preacher, the believer
yeah.
comes in, then to finish off the work of
Right.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Another duo.
Actually, that could work side by side.
Nice. And then you convert them to the light.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why not dark
That's
Hilarious.
a psychologist.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Why are you feeling this way? This is what will help. The light. Okay, so I think if I could have a plan B, I would go with the holographic fashion designer. Just because I also have a cosmetic line that I created where I design like the bottle, the packaging, the color scheme, and everything like that. And also, I'm really into like style and like fashion, and I feel like what you wear is based off like how you feel. So we can put the robot in like a lot of like different like bright colors based off like his mood, and what you see him wearing will also tell you how he's feeling. So if he's wearing like, you know, maybe something that's blue designed specifically for him, he's feeling a little bit sad today, you know, or if he's wearing like black, like that's letting everybody know like he's just not in the mood, so don't fuck with this robot today. Versus like if he has on something like red or something yellow vibrant, you know, he woke up today feeling on the right side of bed, so you can ask him any question you want. He can help you with anything you need. Yeah, so I think that would be my plan B.
Or just come up with a whole different wardrobe for him as a metallic clothing.
Yeah, something.
Just everything metallic in there.
Maybe something gold with like
When he gets upgraded.
Made out of steel.
14K gold. Yeah, like it's like, you know,
cyborg clothes designer.
cyber clothes designer. Yep.
Our boy
Or
Steve right
holographic fashion
Or
designer.
game skin designer. Yeah.
Game skin designer. Yeah. So what they wear is gonna tell you how they're
That could
feeling.
be a whole different fashion show right there.
Yeah. We're gonna come with some stuff, some shiny stuff, and bright.
I mean, our boy Steve right now is literally a trash can with 2 cameras on it, so he needs a little bit of a fashion upgrade. I feel like he needs
He's very shiny still.
pizzazz on it.
He's very shiny still. So we'll get them together.
You know, you can start a trend. Before you know it, if somebody sees this movie, you know, your idea of the cyborg clothes fashion designer, you know, you could actually see these artificial intelligence beings start wearing these clothes out of these fashion runways in Paris and stuff.
Who's gonna pay for that? Yeah.
You never know. People might see like.
You saying who might gonna pay for that robot
Who's gonna pay
robot
for
fashion
that?
design?
Yeah.
I could already tell you know like Tesla is already coming up with a robot, so there's probably gonna be a fashion fashion thing going on the side, you know, for designing clothes on their robots. They're not gonna have like a white thing running all over the place.
Exactly. And then it's like, if I wanted a robot in my house, I mean, I want a cool robot. Let's dress it up. Like, you know, let's make it shiny. I don't want just a plain one. Like, I'll come with some nice colors and stuff.
I mean, maybe our big baddie's trying to recreate Steve, trying to mass produce Steve, and Geppetto's like, no, he's my child. You can't child. But he's like, no. We're gonna mass produce him, and he's gonna come in rose gold and fuchsia and teal.
Right, exactly.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
George, is there a...
It's on the right hand side.
All right. So.
Okay, good, thanks. Forgive me, excuse me, gentlemen.
So-
Lady. Duty calls.
It's a gentleman's room.
For just a minute. Excuse me.
Take the mic with you. We want to hear.
So
You gotta pay the water bill.
the next part, maybe we can talk about.
getting a little bit too bizarre.
Yeah, this is not bizarre enough. Okay, maybe we can talk a little bit about how because remember how we're gonna go through this production, develop the story, and what do you expect when we get through this, right? Like learn, or what do you hope to get? How would you think you will grow after you do this, or things that we're gonna go through? I feel like definitely a section where we can talk about our life, right? Talk about our life. I would say, because right now essentially we're writers of this story. So yeah, have you ever been a writer, or what do you like? What's your experience with it, and how committed are you, and that kind of stuff? Yeah, I feel like this is like an open conversation thing. So we don't have script for that.
Okay.
So maybe just
where do we go from here?
Okay, right. So there's gonna be five more of these podcasts. 30 actors, writers talking.
Yeah, and then what the audience could expect. What could they expect to see? And I feel like when there's the reason I chose their character where they have no context and role is because a lot of times a lot of the actors that people don't know is that we're most of the time in the background unless you're a co-star or something. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let's let the people in the background shine a little bit, right? So I think that's kind of like a lot of people don't know what's going on in the background, because like one of the hilarious things that I found out when I work on set is like the directors always be like, let's do it one more time. That was perfect. Let's do it one more time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? So
for safety.
Yeah.
25 times.
Yeah.
I had like 20 safeties.
Yeah. So how is your experience like in terms of like your personal experience, or like what you found interesting or like down as you go through this experience? You guys have so many years experience more than I do, so I would love to hear that. If I'm not an actor, I would love to know what you guys are going through and how it feels like to be an actor.
Yeah, and there's a lot. Yeah. So let's focus it down. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Yeah.
Bring it in, Pam.
Okay, so what's the difference before and after you're an actor? What's the difference? What you learn after you become an actor?
Okay, so it's like things that you learned on set, things that
things that surprise you after you become an actor. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start it off. I would say just being able to see things from another person's perspective and not just living in your own head, because you think that, there's one way, like, you'll rehearse this one way and then it's like, okay, I'll rehearse this one way. And then when you get there, the director's like, okay, that's cool, but let's try something else. So it's like, I would say just learning how to, one, like, be on the spot what you're thinking, so being able to improv and be able to adjust to like changes in directions, but also just seeing other different ways to try something, whether that's like an idea or a behavior, like a choice, just being open to like different perspectives and like to learn, because that's, I feel like with each one of us, nobody has your own vision like you have your own unique vision, which is why George probably had us all come together, because we all see things differently based off like from and like things that we experience through life. So I would say, like, me being from a small town, I used to think that there's only one way to kind of view things, but even just moving to California and working with numerous cultures and different people, you see that, wow, like there's so many different ways so there's who says like your way is right or wrong, it's just being open to like different perspectives and noticing how other people try different things and what their viewpoint is, I think is like pretty interesting.
It is. What I hear from you is like you gotta learn things fast.
Yeah.
Or be adaptable.
Yeah.
What's happening around you.
You just gotta be about thing is, it's like I've been on sets. I mean, like I said, like I did background. I have background to the max. So I mean, like even as a background actor, just instant directions. It's not only for the main or the whatever character. It's even for background.
Yeah.
It's them instructions, them directions already means a lot to us, and also coming out of a director, they want their
and I would say like just being ready for anything, because it's like
Don't
never
be
know
off if you're being directed.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like there's no reason for you to be there. You're there to make a change, so just hang in there. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So okay, this is gonna sound really stupid, okay?
Nothing is stupid, man. Nothing is stupid.
So I used to thought as soon as you start working on set, I'm from China. I used to thought as soon as you start working on set, you're famous.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
it's true. You're famous right now. You did it.
You're on YouTube platform. You're from the world. You're famous now too.
It's like, I don't know. It even sounds stupid when I just saying it out loud right now. It's just like, oh, you're working on set. You're famous, right? I feel like when I was not an actor, I feel like, as walk around with people who you see on TV and movies. Except you're not. I feel like the difference that I feel was like you don't get to sing as much on the screen. So I feel like that's the difference that I feel. I was like, because I remember the first time I was starting working on set, I was like, oh, I'm I'm gonna be on a movie, I'm gonna be on a TV show, and then so I was like,
Right.
That's very par for the course.
It's
That's what I'm saying.
It's
It
really
is.
hurtful, but it's really common too.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Extremely
Because you might go the
I think we have Sean's evil orange
let's
story.
say, let's say, for example, you went in there studying for this whole page for the whole week.
Yeah.
You study, man, I gotta learn line per line. You study it, you do it, you memorize it, it's all in your head.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, by end of the whole final project, the whole thing is gone.
Yeah. So that's another.
On the cutting room floor.
It's
Yeah.
common, it's normal. I mean,
Literally.
I don't take it. At first, yeah, of course, it's sad, but the role is gone. You know what the hell? That's what you were going for. But it still hurts. It is what it is.
It does.
It's-
I worked 18 days on Call of the Wild, and I have a bunch of close-ups, silent bits, and everything else.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and to piggyback off that, that's another thing I want to add. Like I've had to learn by being an actress and just working on set and stuff. You have to have thick skin because like you said, you rehearse for 18 days and you think like, oh, I got my moment. Then I watch it back, I'm like, I'm not even in this. Like what?
It's probably not even the way that you intended it to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably not even the way that you wanted it to be, but it's just like there. No.
And I even needed the editor.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So you definitely got to have thick skin, because there's gonna be a lot of no's, and I'm sure we all have had our days where we're like, this isn't for me. Maybe I need to get a real job, or like I don't know. But then something, a miracle happens or a blessing happens, and then you're like, okay, maybe I just need to have thick skin and hang in there.
what do you mean a real job? This is a real job.
Well, it's a real job, but I'm saying to outside looking in, again, me being from a small town, it's not a 9 to 5.
It's definitely not a common job. Yeah.
It's not. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not definitely not for
To
it.
find-
That's why you gotta have thick skin.
On the upside though, I would say my experience life on set is really fun. Like people are usually really nice. You don't get that a lot on.
Yeah.
People usually give you some shit even if you work at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
So, but working on set is like the people are really nice. The PAs are really nice. Everybody work on set because they're going through a lot. They're going through what you're going through, and they usually a lot of times they work long hours, longer than I do. The people who work on the production. So my experience on the set with other actors are usually really amazing. It's like
I'm glad you had that experience.
Yeah. I would say it hasn't always been like that for me, but I think I would agree with you. I've been on a lot of nice sets, and I feel like that's because people love what they do, because it's not like they've been forced to be in this industry.
Right.
It's been a choice. It's nothing like being able to follow your dreams and work in your dreams and actually make money doing what you love, So probably why I meet a lot of nice people, but I've been on some not nice sets
Yeah,
also.
Hold on to that. I forgot what I'm.
All right, well, let it go.
Yeah, so this is the only job that like people actually want to do work, right? And if you've been on set, you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah, they want to do work and it's something that's not a real
yeah, we
job.
don't want to be at the holding. We want to be do work. Yeah. And the other thing is we can talk about shitty sets. Yeah. What's your without naming productions? What is your worst experience on set?
I don't know if it's even a worst experience, but the thing is, like, it only takes one person to like
Experience
just
is
mess up the
experience.
vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like you only need one person to like really just like come in not wanting to be there or like thinking that they're more important than everything else what's going on to just like
Okay.
really.
So let me
throw it
rephrase this. What is something that's not cool on set that could happen?
thinking you're more important than being made. You know?
Absolutely,
Like, thinking that like it's
absolutely.
all about you. Whether I'm not. I feel like as I'm describing this, people are thinking like, oh, it's like some kind of star. Be anybody from
What
like
happened?
costume to like a PA to anybody that just thinks
What
that.
happened? I'll share.
He wants specifics.
I'll share an experience. So I remember I was on a set. Then when you start out, they guys usually they would put you in like a strip club scene or something like that, right? And then I'm telling you, it's
fake
like
smoke.
And then you would like, and then by the time I got there, it was just like the production has a weird vibe, and then just makes everybody super uncomfortable. They would keep telling you, oh, please be careful with the, because they're like wearing really revealing on the set. At the same time, they're doing exactly what they tell people not to do. So I think that was really weird experience for me. Yeah.
I would say one of the worst experiences I had was when I had a 4:30 a.m. call time. So it's like you never know how, and sometimes they don't text you the call time until like 2 hours before, and I was already on set for another show till like 11 p.m. almost midnight. So on top of that, it was raining, and you know people in California cannot drive in the rain, so it was raining at that time. It was super early, and they wanted us to show up with rollers in our hair. But when I got there, they actually ended up in my roll up, and I ended up getting a speaking role that day. So I was close to just being like, man, like maybe I can just say like I have a family emergency, or I'm so tired right now, but I still pushed through. And it's like you never really know what may happen on the worst days, you know, because like I said, it was early. I had to show up with rollers. It was raining, and the call time was 4:30 a.m. on top of that. So ended up turning out better than I expected, but I would say that was definitely like one of the worst experiences, because there's nothing like being on set another early call time like following day. So yeah, that was a really interesting. And also I would say before I became SAG, having bad crafty, so not being treated like you're actually somebody, like you're a human. Like I'm just like, they had the saltiest beans with the nastiest chicken, and then it's like, oh, well, once you become SAG or you're a real actress, you can eat the shrimp and you can eat the steak and you can have juice and everything. And then it's like, not when you're non-union, you're just getting treated like, oh, another number, back of the line. So that was the part I was like, oh, I cannot wait until I actually become SAG or I actually get a real role, because I just cannot be feeling like a lot of, unfortunately, when you're non-union is shit.
But I've been on SAG sets where the food sucks too, though.
Well, that's what. Yeah. Oh, being SAG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it happens even when you're union.
Talk to your SAG rep.
Yeah, I mean,
but really though.
Seriously, sometimes you can call them and they will fix that. But yeah, you do get treated better compared to non-union.
Yeah.
I wonder why that happened though. I feel like I can see a lot of times production do a lot more shit than the actors do. But I wonder, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes even on the production, like when you get most of the time you get the same food as them, and then they work longer hours. And
when you're SAG
production team.
No, but like usually the production team get the SAG meal, and then non-union gets something different.
I'm just curious how I feel like it could be like just like a budget thing.
Oh, 100%.
But like at the same time, they show like who decides this kind of stuff. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm curious.
the rule of the thumb with being a SAG
That's a
and
good
non-SAG
question,
is we all know like all the union people get the first tips, and the non-union people is basically the leftover food. That's how I tend to look at it.
Almost.
First eat for the sake.
Yeah.
the crew. The crew eats first.
The crew, even the crew people eats first before the SAG people, and I would say like I had the worst experience. I mean, like I've been to Sony, Fox, and Sunset Grover Studios and everything. You know, it is really good. I don't know why you guys did not had a good experience with the food with them.
I think if you work on enough sets, you get a combination.
Yeah,
You get a combination.
Once in a blue.
Every
the
once in a
crafty is
blue
not
moon.
And speaking
up
of
to
crafts, I mean, I think their crafts were good unless you're working with an independent producer or director.
Yeah.
That's a
We're
different
here to make
story.
movies.
Yeah.
We're not here to give you food.
Yeah, we are not here to.
Yeah.
Well, I got nuts here.
We got nuts for sure, nuts and a body armor right here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how my experience been like.
Yeah, I just want to say, regardless of union or not union, never had a bad experience when I'm a principal. The only time it's a bad experience is background, and that's even after I joined the union. Sometimes it's still they like to talk to you like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a problem. I can't really think of one example because it's happened frequently, but this is why I don't do much background anymore, because it's like you gotta check them sometimes.
Seriously.
I mean, like, speaking of checking background, I mean, the only legit company that I would go through is Central Casting. I mean, with them for years, or just be on SF Casting, and you know, like issues. I haven't had any issue, but they always sent out this after you get accepted. If you have any issues, just call this number. You know, and you don't like it, let them know so they work it out, because that's the only way they're gonna know. Sending us to all these different sets. And
that is true.
Any non-food topics you want to hit before we start wrapping up?
I think time our film is in production, we'll make sure everybody have lobster if we have the budget. Right? Every background's gonna have lobster, shrimps, and what's the other thing?
T-bone
Sushi.
steaks.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about how's it all gonna come together, because it's not a traditional film we're working on. We're creating like something completely from scratch. We gotta write ourselves, and honestly, I don't have that much writing experience. A few years ago, I had a theater program at the Los Angeles Theater Center where we every week and then performed it Friday every week. She was a huge challenge, and I didn't do as much writing as some other people because I don't know, I'm not confident in my writing. That's sort of like what attracted me to this project, because I want to write and create more opportunities for myself myself as an actor and for like other actors and friends and stuff. Nicholson said, like, I think Leonardo DiCaprio said he asked Jack Nicholson, like, what's your secret to success? Jack Nicholson was like, he said, that's how I've been able to like sustain a career. And I think like Sylvester Stallone said something similar, like he
makes sense.
without creating his own thing, his career probably wouldn't.
I mean, like, that's how, as an actor, we know how to improvise.
Yeah.
We are improvising right now.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. To actually piggyback off of that. Darn, I just lost my train of thought. But it was something along those. So even if you're not the best writer, the fact that you have the idea, like you said, improvise is a start. So somebody can actually always write it for you. It's like we all have people who have an idea but can't actually put it on paper because you guys have sloppy handwriting, or just for example. But
don't talk about me like that.
Most guys do have sloppy handwriting. It's okay. But the fact that you have the thought and you can actually put it out is like, oh, you're good. You can always have somebody write it for you. Yeah. Creative is just even having the thought process. So
it's even better when you're improvising because you're memorizing.
And don't be scared of the editing process. You know?
Don't be scared.
Come in with something. Don't be afraid of rewriting. And like,
well, I think it's more challenging. Easy to come up with ideas, but I think the harder part, dialogue. Writing the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Writing the dialogue.
Yeah. Sense of all the ideas that were incorporated in the dialogue.
Those didn't flow together seamlessly just off the bat.
They're making everything cohesive, so it looks like it's all part of the same story.
Right.
So what would the process be like once we confirm what role we could see ourselves in, once everybody else says their idea?
And I think we talked about splitting up into kind of writing groups, right? With like so many of us, right? Because we abilities have different specialties. In each group, we talked about having like a head writer. Others dialogue together in some kind of way. The others do their podcast, get their characters, get all those characters on some kind of like, and then start splitting people up into like, and then we already started finding connections, right? Whether it's between the two real estate agents or guys or whatever it is. Find those groups, get those people together. You can't work with 30 people like that, right? You can work with a team of 6 with head of 2 scenes, and then once we can bring that, or those head writers get those 6 head writers with George.
Yeah, well, now that you mention it, of course, they're going to be coming with their own idea. That's just going to be another challenge, of course, incorporating their ideas into the story so that the whole thing comes together to make sense, right?
Right.
Because they could be going off on tangents.
And I'm sure they will. I hope they do, honestly, because it'd be boring if they just came in and repeated everything we said.
Yeah, if they're going off on tangents like we've been so far, it's really going to be a challenge getting everything to.
What if he can become a Power Ranger of some sort?
Stop, Simmons! Stop!
Sometimes you got to reel him back in.
We just group text and we never think stop. That we already talked about that. Next topic. No Power Ranger. Not that one.
No, but we talked about it being one cohesive movie. We talked about it also being a series, right? So maybe if we can't fit it all under one umbrella, we could fit it under 6 umbrellas, and we can find. And maybe it's not these 6, right? But maybe they also have some real estate ideas, and we could take those 6 real estate ideas and put that into one thing. And maybe they have some ideas about robot machinists, psychics, and whatever, and then we put all those together. Or some, I think once we get all of these characters out, start drawing lines, and maybe some new storylines come out of those character groupings. There's a lot of possibility, and sometimes the amount of possibility is
too
intimidating.
Much possibility.
And others is daunting.
Now that you said it about how the story is going, how the script is going, I feel like, we should probably limit the scene. We set the tone, we set the time of the scene, and then this could be happening a day within the month. And then we block out the times. Oh, this is what happens. If it's within 24 hours, or if it's within 2 days, be like, okay, this is what happened this hour, and these rules are on there. And then once we set those, it's kind of like the foundation of the scene, and then we figure it out what we say, the lines, what happens.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I would let the story drive it. I feel like that's easier than letting. Or you're saying like our availability?
No, not availability, but like, okay, so let's say there are 6 of us on the scene, and then there's first scene of the day gonna happen in the next 10 minutes, and we write those lines. And then the next scene will be another 6 group of people at a different location. Let's say it's out front or at a place, and this happens. Then we write what happens.
But isn't it gonna be like each of us is gonna have one-on-one time with Eric? We're not. It's not gonna be a bunch of us with him. When we're with him, it's just you and him. It's not gonna be all of us and him, right?
Well, there's gonna be.
But then we're gonna have scenes where it's just us and not him.
Well, my understanding is that we're also going to have seen several people.
Oh, really?
Not just one-on-one.
Yeah, I don't think anything's really set in stone with this project.
Well, if two of you are in the frame, you're on the same scene, and two of us are in the same frame, we're in the same scene.
That's
right?
Because
we know how scenes work.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Right, because like in the initial thing, George said.
No, I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
Right, like we're gonna be writing our own page for our scene.
I think that's
with,
definitely how we should approach the writing process, right? Is our scene with Geppetto, whoever that is. Hopefully it's Eric, and then our scenes between each other, and then having that all come together.
And our scene with Eric is page, be more than one page. How much can how much can you accomplish in
You're a
one
writer.
page?
You can write whatever you want.
A page is a minute.
There's got to be
It's
certain
long.
limitations in terms of the length of time that you're going to proceed with Eric.
What do you mean? If you write 1,000 pages, are you gonna get a script?
With 30 actors writing. Yeah, let's do that.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I feel like one page at least. I feel like we can. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna write one page and then see what works, and then update it consistently, and then see where it ends up.
So will we know when we're gonna write after everybody comes and
Does
pick
their
their roles?
episode.
Yeah,
you can do it now if you
I
want.
mean, like, you could already start just a fresh version.
Yeah.
You know, and
Just
then
who your
improve
character
on it.
is.
Yeah.
Especially your interaction with Geppetto, because that's mostly you and Geppetto, and you know who those people are going to be. I think you can really start there.
Okay.
And then
Geppetto
if you want to, Geppetto's the Printshop owner, which would in theory be Eric. Yeah. And if you want to wait for your character interaction scenes to see what the other characters are, I think that also makes sense. But if you want to start brainstorming ideas and thinking about that also makes sense.
Man, maybe we could how I'm imagining it, how I'm going to do it. Like, I think mine was
You're the
professional gamer.
The professional gamer. So the thing with professional, so like for example, let's just take that as an example. So we're gonna come up with like 5 different scenes or conversations, and then we're just gonna pick. Gonna be doing the.
Yeah.
Is that how it's gonna work?
If you come with 5 ideas, I think that'd be great, and that way we can kind of choose which one makes sense with the flow of the story.
So how the conversation you think that is gonna start off? For example, like we just like randomly we can't be just randomly throwing. It's just like having a conversation. It's just like having a.
You're talking about the group scenes or the scene with you and Eric?
Either way.
Well, if we're starting with the scene with Geppetto, I think it's your introduction to the robot probably, right? So if it's you as a professional gamer, maybe it's you walking in like you mentioned earlier with your controller in one hand, gun in the other hand, ready to be like, where's this Steve kid? I want to wait. He's a robot. What? You know that out because that introduces your character, and you know both sides of the interaction.
Page limit.
Like, how many times did I say 1 page, Ryan?
What? No. How about for the group?
Nah, probably not.
What I read was 3 pages for each person, and it's 90 pages.
So like what I'm thinking, like at least write like 1-page conversation between you and Eric, and what happens is like have like 5. What I'm thinking is it's like 1 to 5 pages of conversation between me and Eric. Then whichever one makes more sense and whichever one makes better, because we also need
Just
to come up.
just options for them to choose from.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we also need to figure out angle or what environment that we want our conversation to be like. I mean, I could be here coming in with a controller and a gun just walking on and shooting the damn robot, or maybe I could come up with a conversation saying, hey, I like this guy. I want him to me out copies of pictures of me for my and like 5 different things of conversation. So how is that gonna work out? You guys think like it's gonna be like 2-way conversation that we have to come up with, and we give Paige this to and 1 page to us, and he just reads off the line, and we are the one actually the writer, so we know what's going on. How is that gonna work out? What's your outcome is on?
We can come up with each come up with a catchphrase or something. That's just a random idea.
Yeah,
That's
rather than going to like sentences of lines, we just go like words for us and a couple of words for the opposite person, and just go easier to remember.
That's probably smart.
That's what I'm. And we could put like 5 different scenarios of whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you say
right now we're just having a conversation, so I might come up with 3. You know, who knows?
So when you say which one works,
Hey Steve, you want to take copies or got enemies? That's a round I just wrote.
okay.
Brilliant.
Go ahead. I just want to say it.
No, I was gonna say. So when you say 3 different options, you're saying like 3 different
scripts and
of
ideas
pages
of
from your character.
For my character or your character. What you're doing, that psychologist, right?
Yeah. Okay. Because I was torn between actually the therapist and the fashion designer, but I'll confirm.
Yeah.
And then we guys can kind of see what everybody else thinks. If it, okay.
Maybe you like that character. Maybe you come up with 3 of them for that and 3 of them for that, and which maybe after it's so shot out and everything.
This you're an overachiever, man. But I love it.
I'm just trying to be safe. It's like rather,
and
just like coming in with 1 sheet of paper. fuck this. I'm sorry. You're like, they're like, hey, man, I don't know, something new.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The more fleshed out ideas we have, the easier it'll be, especially if people, are like open to the editing process and then come without egos but come with ideas that are fully fleshed out in dialogue, and that's been beautiful.
Nice.
It would also help if we could all have copies of this stuff to take home with us,
Or
at least get it on computer.
We'll send it out.
Or email.
Yeah, it'll be easy to send
Email
out.
works better.
Well, I think it as long as we're here, hopefully maybe if he can make it so that all of us
Already
have it
started
on
marking
tape.
I guess we are in the
I know
right
it's
place
30
for
of
copies,
us.
huh?
PDFs the emails.
That's a great idea, actually.
I need
feel-
that.
Actually, I think why don't we just write down each of our character, and then I'll collect them. Then we can put it together and then share it with the group. What do you guys think? Yeah, because that way
You
we
can
can
start that
keep-
Google Doc going, or that Google Sheet of all the characters.
yeah, because that way we can keep track. Otherwise, like you said, we have to simmer it down to script. So if everybody has the story, the characters, it will make it easier, I guess. Yeah.
So, you want to collect these?
Why don't you guys just text it? To
Oh,
me?
okay.
Yeah. So just
You gotta
write
fix your
down.
number.
Write down. It's on the
All right, so
website.
before we get into logistics, is there anything else we want to do on air?
Maybe just
Yeah,
One
George.
stage each has to stay on a table and show for the legacy. More of
And George, is there anything else you want us to hit before we say goodbye to our lovely audience?
you guys want to like, here's a crazy idea, You guys want to like, the group messaging that we have going on. You guys want to text each other what are our characters that we are planning to do or want to do, just as an
You
just
said
to-
text it?
That's what I want to do. That's
just
that
like
we
text
can
like,
keep
hey,
track.
these are the two characters that I think I should, or these are one of the characters. At least we know who's doing what.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
That or Google Sheet or something.
Yeah.
And then we got to decide then what time, what day we're going to get together again to continue this. Do we want to work on something hypothetically at home? Idea-wise, we want to include in the plot. Or
I mean, like
whatever.
nowadays we all have computers. Maybe you guys want to do a video call.
Do a
from
Zoom
home.
call.
Zoom call.
let's just have one official name and your character name
Okay.
on it.
Okay.
And that's it for now. If you have wardrobe and one line, that would be great. But if you don't, that's fine. Just
You said a one.
whatever you have is gonna stay here for the next episode. So when they come, they already have in the story your characters to play with. Give as much information as you can on the page. Write so we can all read it.
What if you're torn between two?
I'll
Damn.
answer for him.
Yeah.
And
All right. So as we all start writing, I feel like we're gonna stop talking. Do we want to say goodbye?
You guys want
Sign off?
You guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah,
you
we'll
can,
give
you
each
can
other
write
information.
one each, and when one finishes, the other one writes, so the other ones can talk in the meantime.
Oh, so we're just write it and talk about it. All right, let me write it down on my
Who
phone.
writes first?
I'll write it first. Let me write it on my phone so that I can have a record.
And you guys help him out. What is he writing about?
Yeah. So the robot. Actually, let me see if I can do it. The robot got beaten up. Got to the shop. Feel really down.
This is a new character?
No, the robot. This is just describing the robot. What happened to the robot? This is kind of entering the scene, right? Like the robot got beat down, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna help you I'm gonna fix you or whatever.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Maybe right after the point when I shot him down.
Yeah, exactly.
And his thing comes in saying, hey, let me fix it up with a juice bag.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been playing Call of Duty.
Steve says, I feel really down. Maybe I should see a therapist. Then Johnson says, Simmons as the Johnson says, don't worry, we can see the therapist later. I'm gonna fix you up first. Physically, Johnson upgrades the robot into a war machine. Go, war machine.
So I guess not just go with the therapist.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna be okay. Then and then we put a bunch of. I feel like there's gotta be a scene with a missile.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Does he want all that?
There has to be a scene of this. It's non-negotiable. Okay, I'll stick to my first character, the skeptic. I think that's going to be a bit of a grounding moment for the audience. In introducing this robot, Steve. Then trying to print off his side. Geppetto is insistent that this camera's on it is a living, breathing cyborg android AI, whatever. And then maybe that's how we discover the true power of Steve.
All right. Character's name is Davin Duvernay, real estate agent from another solar system to Los Angeles. I offer refuge to Geppetto, Steve from the thieves that want to take over, destroy the print shop. I offer refuge to them by providing land on another solar system. they may or may not take that offer. But that's just one
Beautiful.
thing I came up with.
Nice.
Amazing.
You sarcastic bastards!
I think it's really interesting. What are you talking about?
An escape plan, it's important. Odysseus, what you writing down?
Right now, I'm just writing down my character's name, and I'm probably gonna come up with a conversation. And I really like the idea that we started earlier. Me holding coming in here trying to make copies for something and getting out because my head is still in the game at my place.
Oh, okay.
Within that scenario, I'm like, why the hell would I be holding a freaking shoulder and a gun in my hand because I'm in my house and I'm just playing video games all day long here making copies. For some odd business, I'm over here. I see in my head, get out right after he comes in, start fixing the robot.
Okay. What about you, Sean? What you writing down?
Well, I'm writing down that my character is the mastermind criminal, and he sees an opportunity here to the situation so that he can use the cyborg his advantage to his benefit, selfish kind of thing that he perceives to manipulate the cyborg in some kind of way to his masterminded schemes, his crimes
Absolutely.
on his behalf.
Dastardly.
Yes, dastardly villain.
Deja, how about you? What you writing down?
So I am going to be playing the robot therapist. I'm going to be the person who Geppetto refers the robot to heal the robot and also help them overcome the ups and downs in life on like dealing with as far as like, you know, love and still being a robot and taking on other people's things that they're dealing with. So kind of helping them work through the emotional and, like I said, psychological issues to help bring out the best version of the robot possible. So.
Absolutely. Much simpler as a calculator.
Yeah.
All right.
Really?
I would imagine. I've never been a calculator, but, you know, I feel like existence is a pretty heavy thing to be conscious of.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like 6 beautiful characters, and I can't wait to see what comes together.
I'm so excited.
The journey begins.
All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Ciao. Can we do boomerang?
Can you do the intro? We don't have outro. Can you
outro.
Can Shan read all the intros? Just read all the intros.
Is it the
So I gotta cut some trailers for the show. So if I can use your voice, I'm gonna cut it from the show. So read all the trailers.
Okay.
If you guys can help them out.
You want us to read too? Or help them out?
Yeah, that would be great. I wanna hear all your voices like first.
Maybe he could read the first paragraph.
I'll read the first paragraph.
And you just go in a circle.
Well, can you hear me? Welcome to.
Okay, quiet everyone. Don't make any fuss.
Don't flip any. Yeah, try not to flip any pages. Welcome to Beverly Hills 90211, the podcast where a group of talented actors work together to bring their unique vision to the screen, with each actor responsible for their own script page. No limit to the creativity and originality you will find here. Get ready for the. Sorry, next one.
Let's get the good one. Do a good one from beginning to end.
Oh, you mean like the entire thing?
Like on TV.
Each person.
No. Just
Like
do,
we have
do
on
the first
Netflix.
paragraph again.
Just one.
Just the first paragraph?
Do a new one. Do the number 4.
Number 4? Okay. Get ready to join the vent.
Jerry, a little bit. Jerry, don't mind me because we can hear you in the microphones. 1 minute, we finish the show. Just 1 minute.
Ready? Okay. Get ready to join the adventure with Beverly Hills 90211, the podcast. 6 talented actors band together to create a movie script that's sure to take the world by storm. Each actor works on their own script page, bringing their unique vision to the table.
Any random one, right?
Probably read the second one.
Okay.
Probably read the fifth.
All right. Beverly Hills 90211. Podcast is a journey like no other. 6 actors come together with one goal in mind: to create a movie script that's as diverse and as original as they are. With each actor responsible for their own script page, the possibilities are endless.
Get ready for the ultimate podcast experience. Beverly Hills 90211 brings you 6 talented actors, each with a dream and a vision to share. With every actor responsible for their own script page, we're on a mission to create the most diverse and exciting movie script possible.
Get ready for the ultimate in a world where it's king. 6 actors had come together to create something truly special. Each character writing their own script. There is no limit to surprises. Beverly Hills 90211.
Get ready to join the adventure with Beverly Hills 90211, the podcast. 6 talented actors band together to create a movie script that's sure to take the world by storm. Each actor works on their own script page, bringing their unique vision to the table.
In a world where creativity is king, 6 actors have come together to create something truly special. With each actor writing their own script, there is no limit to the surprises in store for Beverly Hills 90211, the podcast.
Anything else you want?
Coming to theaters.
I really like the way it says, in a world where creativity is king, right? It's like, it sounds so dramatic.
I'm just leaving these on the table.
Alright, so we're
I
done.
think so.
We're done?
Cool.
Thank you, everybody.
So we're just leaving these on the table? Alrighty.
Alright.
Write it down.
You know what I did? And cut.